Kim here with Little Biz Resources, and today let's look at how to tag product pins in the Pinterest idea pins and standard pins. And you can do this with Etsy, your own products on your verified merchant, or even if you just have a catalog and it's not a verified merchant. So anywhere that is a product pin, you can pin. Now the exception to this is if the website has not created the product pin connection. So sometimes Amazon won't work. There are a couple of other sites that haven't created that connection, and you won't be able to do that. But we can do this with Etsy, and we can do this with our own pins, our own product pins, as long as we've connected that catalog. So here I'm on Pinterest right here, and the only way to tag the products is with mobile device. Now, I'm not entirely sure that this is super critical, and you're going to want to test this because product pins, there is a benefit to it in that you can boost the visibility to your pins specifically. And that's where you get more views to your pins, and then it can, the reach could spread on Pinterest. But you're just going to have to test, because now idea pins now allow links, as well as, of course, you can put links in standard pins. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus right here, and I'm going to say a pin. Now I created these pins already. This is an idea pin right here, and I'm just going to hit next. I selected that one, and this comes up. I used Canva. You can use the free version of Canva to do this. And if you want to tag a product, you come down to stickers and select product right here. Now, I don't know why I can't find my specific product pins here, but all you need to do is go to the actual URL. So I'm going to pull over, and this is going to be, I'll show you this real quick so you can see there's 6 different products on here. Now these are Star Wars fabric designs that I sell on Etsy. And so I'm going to hit next again so you can, I'm going to go back, I'm going to hit stickers, and I'm going to hit product, and I'm going to do the first one is going to be, now let me also show you. So this is my back end of Etsy. So if you're doing Etsy, normally if you're on your own site, you can just come up to the URL and select it. But because we're on Etsy, if we're going to be selecting the URL, we might as well select our share and save right here, share and save tools. So I'm going to say copy link, and I'm going to move that back out of the way for right now, and I'm going to put use link, and I'm going to put this in here. Now, if something doesn't come up here, and enter, if something doesn't come up here, that's most likely because it's not connected as a product pin. It has to be a product pin in order for this to work. And then it'll connect to it, and it'll pull from it. I've shown that in the Pinterest Verified Merchant Program multiple times. So if you have product pins, doesn't have to be part of the Verified Merchant Program, you should be able to do this with your site. It works with Etsy. Etsy is part of the Verified Merchant Program. So you just come in here, you can select whatever image you want. So I'm just going to select this one, and then I'm going to say create, because I'm creating this tag. And so now the tag pops up, and you can color this tag whatever you want. And I'm just going to, actually let's make it red so it's visible. And then I'm going to say done editing this part, and now I can move it around. So this one goes right here. So I'm just going to stick it right there so that they can, if somebody's looking at this pin, they can click the one that they want, right? So I'm going to put one on each one of these. And again, I would highly recommend that you do the share and save link for each of these. So I will copy the link again, and I will add another tag. So stickers, product, use a link. Put the link in there. Wait for it to search around. It's actually creating another pin when it's doing this. So now I will select the one that I want. I'm going to select that one. I'm going to say create. And I'm going to also make it red just because it's easier to do that way. I'm going to move it up to here. Now this is going to be a little hard with multiple of them. Actually edit the sticker. I want to make it a different color. Make it yellow, just so that it's different from I'm going to make the one in the middle red. Say done again, and it puts it back there. Now I'm going to do that for each of these, and then I will come back. All right, so you see I actually have 5 on here and the max is 5. So if you're going to do an idea pin like this, you might want to stick with 5. Now this is where I'm going to show you a couple of these things. So we have tag products down here. So we're going to tell everyone what the pin is about. So we know that this is going to be Star Wars fabric, quilt, cotton fabric. Now, depending on what you're doing, this is a good time to add in additional keywords, right? So if you're on Etsy or you have your own product on your own page, you have keywords you've identified, and there's probably some that aren't in the title and some that maybe you didn't sneak into this description or just aren't in the title and they are elsewhere. So like, for example, I have some Celtic ornament designs on the Celtic ornament site that I have, and I do this and I put for wedding invitations, right? So I want to kind of weave that into wedding ideas. And so if I were going to do this for Star Wars wedding ideas, I could do Star Wars wedding ideas. And that would give me a whole nother keyword that I could potentially get found for. And it connects back to those product pins that were already created. So it helps train Pinterest on what this is because you're telling it. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to necessarily show it, but it's definitely worth trying. So in this case, Star Wars quilt cotton fabric. For fabric crafters, I use these same words all the time, so I might actually try a Star Wars wedding idea and see if it comes up. But these Star Wars themed, and again, descriptions aren't as important as the title. The closer to the beginning of either a title or description that you put a keyword or search term, the more likely you are to connect it. So we've got these Star Wars themed cotton fabric designs are perfect for your next Star Wars craft project. I could do better. You don't really need to use hashtags on Pinterest anymore, so I'm not gonna worry. But here's a link, right? And I'm like, what? What is the point of this? If you're tagging stuff, it feels like it should be an either or. But since we are going to be, I'm gonna put my shop. If I can find my shop link, it's on the dashboard. That's right. They put this in like fun places on Etsy. I gotta admit, I'm a little concerned by that. Okay, so we've got this. I mean, they don't want you to get the % back anyway, but so anyway, so I put the link to my exact shop, the share link, right? So we do this specifically for Etsy, and if you haven't seen the video that I did on this, the Etsy came out with something called Share and Save, and they reduce your fees down if you're the one that generated the link. I'll put a link to the video somewhere on here as well. If that's something you're interested in finding out more about, I'll also put in the description. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a board. So I'm coming here and I'm going to, pretty sure I have a Star Wars board. Because why wouldn't I? I mean, it's Star Wars. Star Wars cotton quilting fabric right there. So it's on that board and you can tag topics. However, the topics are still weird. I thought that I did this video, similar one in 2022 or 2023, and this was horrible, and it's still horrible. So if you put in a whole word, it may not show up, but if you just put in like a letter, something could come in. So I'm gonna look for craft, see if there's anything craft related in here. Oh, cake, chicken, nope, none of this. So quilt. Oh, no, I gotta put a Q. Nothing coming up. Still nothing coming up. So, F. So you see how weird it is sometimes? Like, sometimes I can put an FA and it will narrow it down, and sometimes I'll type it in and it doesn't. Nothing works. So there's really not a whole lot you can do about this. We'll do fabric. It is fabric, so we'll do fabric. Topics are not shown. They're just ones that kind of help, again, teach the algorithm what it is. So in this case, I'm just going to put it as fabric. Actually, I'll put sewing fabric in there as well because it is sewing fabric. And then that's good. So we'll say done. I think you can put like maybe 3 or 4 tags in there. But for now, you can schedule these. This was something you weren't able to do before, so I'm actually going to schedule this for it's 12:26 in the morning, so I will schedule it for tomorrow or today, but I'm going to do it for like 3:26 p.m. Okay, and almost a reset, and we're going to hit done. So I have my idea pin in there now, and I'm going to hit scheduled for today. So scheduled. Now that's not perfect. Obviously, I probably missed some things. Don't worry too much. Just walk through it and it's fine. Now I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to say pin it. Now this is a little bit different. Save the link you copied. Why are you asking me that? So we're going to go to this one. Stop it. And say next. Now this is just a traditional pin. I went to Canva, put the images on there, put a little, put a background with stars on it, and then added Star Wars cotton fabric. So this one is going to be Star Wars quilt cotton fabric for, I don't know, it doesn't really matter right now. So yeah, use this Star Wars cotton fabric. It helps if you spell words right too. For your next Star Wars themed party. I don't know, something like that. All right, add link. So we'll go ahead and paste that one again on there. Now, pick a board. Same thing. We're going to do the same board. I didn't really pay attention to the top ones, so it might have been there. So I'm going to come down to Star Wars. That one is there. And then you can tag topics again, right? So we know that it's fabric. So we can do fabric and sewing fabric. And like I said, I'm not going to dive too deep on the tag topics, but tag products. Now here's where tag products comes in handy. So again, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to use the link. We're going to use our share and save link, because we're basically creating pins. Oops, not by product. We're basically creating pins that are with our share and save link. So if somebody clicks on the link, they're going to go to my shop with my share and save link. If they click on the pin, it's created with my share and save link. So it should work either way. I don't know that there's a way to check this. I'll keep researching it and looking, but for now, you're going to have to copy the link anyway. Might as well copy that link. So we're going to create that. Now what happens on this one is that it actually creates like a little list down here. So that's what we're going to be doing, is create that list. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it again, and then I will come back after I'm done with that. All right, so we're back. I've got all of these in here. There's 6 of them in here. And I want to show you what happens if you put in a link that doesn't work. So you say use a link, and I just took my main shop link, and I just put that in there, and I hit enter, and it says it's not supported for this domain, and that's because it's not a product page. So you need to put a product page from a retailer site on here. If they have it connected and it recognizes it as a product, it'll work. So try it. Again, the only one that I am aware of that is a big problem has been Amazon. I don't know if it works right now or not. But for now, if it doesn't, you need to reach out to Pinterest. All right, so we've got this done. I'm going to hit done because I've tagged all the products. And now I can either schedule it or I can publish it now. Now, advanced settings is if you disclose brand relationships with a paid partnership tool. And if you click in here, they don't really give you a whole lot of information. And honestly, I mean, this is my pin, so I'm not getting paid to be sponsored for this. So it's not a paid partnership. I don't know that they care that I'm getting paid at all, but it doesn't matter. They've never asked us to do that before unless we are getting paid like from a brand. So like if Etsy was paying me to do this, I would need to disclose that. They're not. All right, so we're going to say everything looks good. And we're going to say create. And I just published it now instead. So now I can actually see that one if I wanted to, where I can say view. And then I can see that these are here. And if it starts working, you can scroll down and see the products for it. So that's one really nice way to get, especially if you're on Etsy, you get your share and save links to it. Now, if you have your own website, so this doesn't work for Etsy, but if you have your own website and you have not connected it to Pinterest for the Pinterest Verified Merchant Program, I highly recommend you do that. And I will include a link to the playlist with some information if you run into problems. And if you have questions about this, this is to help you boost your views to your pins and ideally boost traffic back to your site, whatever that is. Now you can do tagging for product pins, whether you're part of the verified merchant program or not. So you might as well do it. See if you can get some more traffic for that. So if you have questions, let me know. And if you have ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Thanks.